What's up, guys? I am back with another one. It's Tuesday, Christmas Eve, otherwise known as my birthday. It's my birthday. Somebody smell like gas. The temperatures have dropped, stayed pretty cold. I was gonna go out yesterday. Yesterday was way too freaking cold. I think we were looking at a temp yesterday of like, I think it was a max of 17. And then later in the day, right at 3 o'clock, it had dropped quite a bit. And I was like, yeah, I'm just not doing it. All day yesterday. Feels like temperature was in the negatives, so wasn't gonna happen. Today, 24, feels like 17, so we're good. We're actually at a higher temp than we were the other day when I went out and froze my fingertips. So we'll see how long I last today. New Hampshire's weather has definitely started to show up. It's not actually my birthday, you know. It will be when you see this video, but it's not today. Today's Monday, the 23rd. I was born on the 24th. I am what my children consider an elf. Lakes are frozen. I don't know if I said this in any of my other ones. The rules for New Hampshire, it's really weird. You can drive a car on the lake in New Hampshire, but you can't drive a motorcycle without it being registered as an OHRV, which is just off-road vehicle, right? OH, off-highway road vehicle, I think is what OHRV stands for. You can go anywhere, get a sticker, you just bring your registration. They don't care what it is. I mean, hell, you could probably register an actual truck as an OHRV if you needed to. I don't see the point behind it, but you could. So I got to get that done before I take this out on the lake. I want to keep it as legal as possible. And then what are my plans? My plans are find a lake, go ride around, make a motovlog on it. Maybe do some stupid stuff. Stupid stuff may end up being around here on the bodies of water because it'd be not worth it for me to drive north with my truck, with my motorcycle in the back, take it out, and then friggin' hurt myself or wreck my vehicle or whatever. So we'll have to figure out the logistics of that. Today's topic, today is just a random one. Sorry, thought I'd make it kind of funny. So we're gonna talk about whatever comes to mind. The biggest topic I want to talk about is we have SIG, like SIG Armory, SIG Sauer, the company. I think it started in New Hampshire, and the main flagship store is in New Hampshire, and that's right up the road from where I live. So I was there the other day, and I'm buying some stuff, and I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, I tell him I'm military. You know, they do a military discount there, so I'm like, talking to him. A lot of those guys that work there are prior military too. And he's like, oh, what branch? And I said, the Coast Guard. When I tell people I was in the Coast Guard, I look at it as, I liked it. I think it's cool. I had no issues. There's a lot of people that do, a lot of people that don't think it's cool. I'm perfectly okay with it. I'll make fun of myself before anybody else could make fun of me, ever. So you can give yourself a hell of a go and try to shoot for the low blows, but it just doesn't happen with me. So I tell him I'm Coast Guard, you know, and just before I say, oh, you know, like the Navy's red-headed stepchild, or a puddle pirate, or puddle jumper, or shallow water sailor, anything you want to call me, he goes, oh, you're like a water marine. He goes, you guys are pretty fast-paced. You know, I give you a lot of credit. I don't like to compare myself to a Marine. I'm just not a Marine. You know, once a soldier. Oh, sorry, not once a soldier. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Once a coastie, always a drunk. I actually don't drink much, so there's that. So yeah, I'm talking to him. Somehow the term gravy seal got brought up. and MEAL Team 6. And then it was like a bunch of them joined in and started saying all these hilarious things. And if you don't know what that is, it's like, it's just these militias, right, that are all throughout the United States. A lot of the time, they're not military members. They never were in the military. It's just people wanting to shoot guns and think that they can take the government if they ever needed to. I highly doubt it. The government, we're all special trained people. We all did some sort of specialty training. Boats, I have no issue with boats at all. I would outlast a lot of people on a boat, and I would also outshoot a lot of people off of a boat. It's just what we were trained in. You know the tactics, like entering a building, and it's all based off of boat life. So we put a bunch of cargo containers stacked on top of each other, and I've been through that training multiple times. And then we got to do all kinds of security training with state police and things like that. And I'm just better at it than your average person. Now, you can be a professional shooter all you want, but when it comes down to people knowing what they're doing, there's infantry units throughout the United States government that are based in the mountains, in the deserts, in the snow, in high heat. So we have all that. And then you get the argument of, well, it's hunters. You're going against hunters, right? Like all these people that think that they're tough because they're hunters. No, I get it. You specialized in hunting animals. I understand that. But there's a lot of there's not a lot of a difference. There's a big difference between an animal and a human. And it's been proven time after time that the government goes out and does these crazy things and shows up places and people don't expect it. You also have to think that these hunters, a lot of them join the military. So hunters aren't a militia. Hunters are just your average citizen doing what they've done for years and years, family. But a lot of these kids, Air Force, Coasties, Marines, Army, Navy, Space Force maybe, I don't know. I've never really talked to Space Force guys. But all these guys, they all used to hunt the same areas that you guys are talking about. You know, and it was with their families back before they joined the military. So don't think that as a militia that you're going to do anything to the United States. It's just not going to happen. It's never going to work out in your favor. It just won't turn out the way you think it'll turn out. And that's when we get back to Gravy Seals and MEAL Team 6. You get a lot of those types that show up to these gun stores, these places that sell weapons, and they're like, oh, I've shot this and I've shot that. 9mm is for people that can't shoot, for girls and whatever else. And you know what? The guy said it best behind the counter. He said, when people say that crap, let me shoot you with let me shoot you with it and see how it turns out. Like, it's not going to turn out well. You're not going to turn out well with a .22 bullet. You're not going to turn out well with a 9mm bullet. And it just doesn't matter. If you train in 40, you train in 40. But the United States military has moved on to 9mm. Congrats. You think you're a better shot than people because you don't shoot 9mm. That's not how it goes. So it was funny talking to them. It's funny seeing a lot of these people. I mean, some of these people I grew up with, types that never joined the military, and they're like, I go to the Sig Sauer Academy. And it's like, who's training you? Oh, a military guy. Well, there you go. Exactly. I'll be able to take on people. It's like, dude, you've never been placed in a situation where you had to do anything, so you don't know how you would even react. MEAL Team 6 was the first picture I ever saw of it. Was this big fat dude with like an airsoft rifle, and he's like trying to sneak around a corner. It's like, yeah, that doesn't happen. And then the other thing too is military branches. I know all these people, they think that, you know, we've shot every pistol, every rifle, every type of gun that has ever been invented. And no, it's not like that at all. to be honest. We are not highly trained, highly skilled people in every gun there is. They have similarities, but I mean, when I was in, I shot M16s. I shot the SIG DAK. I forget what the actual name of it was, but it was a 40 cal. And then we shot a 12 gauge Remington with a pistol grip. Like, those are our three main guns. Then you have the 240. I don't remember if it's a 240 Alpha or 240 Bravo, or what even the comparison is between those two. I'm sure one's lighter than the other because the Marines and the Army used to use them to carry them around in Afghanistan. We didn't carry them around. Well, we did. We carried them down to a boat, and then they got mounted to the front. So, full auto machine gun. I think it was 200 rounds in the ammo case, and it was like, I don't know, what did we do? We shot 3 to 5 round bursts it was something like that. Every few seconds to keep the barrel cool, right? Had an interchangeable barrel on it. So all these little things that I know about these guns are because I used these specific guns more often than not. The MP5s, MP4s, whatever all these specialty teams use, I didn't use them. I got to shoot a 50 cal. That's cool. But yeah, that's it. We aren't specialized in weapons or specialized in using the weapons, and not all of us are even specialized in using all the weapons. So it's like, I don't know, it cracks me up. It makes me laugh when people are like, you're a professional with guns. I'm not. I was trained on how to use select ones, and that's it. Man, we moved on to this military thing, and I don't know what else to talk about at this point. I watched, I think it was Navy SEALs or infantry guys go up against some kids with airsoft, and it was like 4 versus 20. And dude, these infantry guys just took them all out. It was so quick. It was so painless for them. And it's just, like, these kids do it every weekend for months and years and whatever else, playing airsoft. And then you got these guys that 2 tours in Afghanistan, 3 tours in Afghanistan, Iraq, whatever, and they just go to town. It's just, I don't know how many times I can say it's just funny. Militia talks before Christmas. And I guess last but not least, I wanted to get on here and just wish you all a Merry Christmas. I was gonna swear. I need to retape my, reglue my grips. They're slipping. It's not good. Wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll be able to say Happy New Year, so I don't know why I just said that. I hope this made you think, laugh, something. I think it's funny. But on that note, guys, I am getting chilly. I think I've been riding for 15-20 minutes, and I'm on my way home. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your mom, tell your mom I said hello, and I'll see you in the next one.